once again. You were about to say it. You were
I
about
was
to
going
do
to
it.
say it, but you know what? You should say it.
I think this is the time for you to do it. I feel like I've done enough.
I forgot my line. I'm sorry.
This is what happens when you don't have writers.
I'm sorry. This is exactly what happens when you don't have writers.
Welcome to C Problemo, everyone. We're back. We didn't have an episode last week because of Camilo. It's his fault.
Yeah, it's
Why?
Camilo's fault.
I didn't do anything.
You were doing like a TikTok event.
Oh, yeah, I was working. I'm sorry. I have to work and pay rent.
You were working
Wow.
for China. That's what you were doing. Working for China.
I
It's
also
funny.
have to pay rent. I also have to not work.
Exactly.
Yes.
I mean,
But you have a good reason, which is...
yeah, let's explain to everyone what's going on with you, Felipe. You've been busy fighting for your rights.
My right to write.
Right? What?
That's what you're missing out. That's what you're missing
That's
out.
the kind of content that you guys are not paying for.
Yeah, there is a strike.
Yes.
There's a writer's strike. It started on May 2nd. It will go on.
Forever, probably.
I hope not. But yeah, there's been a strike because the writers, we want to have, Netflix makes a lot of money.
Yeah.
And so do all the other TV companies because everyone has, it started to be like, oh, I pay too much for cable. I want to just have Netflix. And now everyone pays too much for everything.
And now we have like 5 different cables. It's like if
Exactly.
you have 5 different cable subscriptions at the same time
Yeah.
instead of one with all the channels that you need.
Exactly.
That's exactly like the right model. Like that was very smart from us.
Yeah,
to do
we
that.
all were like, this is perfect.
Yes.
This is good. We love it. And so they make a lot of money, but guess who's not making a lot of money? The people making the TV. So writers and the actors.
I mean, the actors are doing well.
But it's the high level
You're
actors.
right. You're right.
You know,
They're not all of them.
and that's kind of what it is like. Thankfully, here in the United States, there is a middle class of
Yes.
writers.
Yes.
And actors. And you can do those things.
You can have a decent life. Oh, well, you used to be
Used
able
to
to
be,
have
exactly.
a decent life being a writer. You're not be
Exactly.
like the number 1 writer in the
No.
world, but you still can make it. What happened in Latin America, like in Chile, it's like there's like 5 writers that can live out of writing.
Exactly.
You know?
And Colombia is the same way.
Yeah, but here, not because of China, Camilo,
Yes.
we can work as writers. But you work for you work for a TV show for people to know.
Yeah, let us
Very
know
famous
what's your work.
late night show.
Yeah, so I work for the Late Show with Stephen Colbert
Yes.
when I can work.
We are fans.
He's very nice. He's my height, which was surprising.
That's great. Like this is very encouraging for people like us.
yes. I thought he was gonna be taller.
In my
than
mind,
me,
he was
you
taller
know?
than me, yeah.
But he's my height.
And he have like a fat ass. Like he's the kind of person. I mean, it's because I love the show. It's like I can see that his ass grows and gets a little bit smaller. Like that. His fat go to his ass.
Yeah. Well, he's Latin. You know, we got nice hips.
Exactly.
You know,
we have babies. That's why. But then you right now you're not working.
I'm not working.
You're not doing shit.
None of the writers in Hollywood is working, but Hollywood is not like a mansion in Beverly Hills.
No, it's a state of mind.
Yeah, exactly. Hollywood is the Weezer song.
Exactly.
Beverly Hills.
That's where I want to live.
That's where I want to be. And so no one is working, and everyone is getting hot because it's nice outside, and we
Yes.
have to walk because we're doing pickets.
Oh,
we're
you're
doing
right. Yeah,
protests.
you guys doing pickets. That's very interesting because, well, first of all, you guys are writers, so the signs are very funny. Like most of the
Thank
signs
you,
are
thank
funny.
you.
I think it's like a live action of Twitter. It's like all these people with their tweets, but in
Yes.
live action with like
Yes.
signs with their tweets.
Yeah, and there's a Nazi every once in a while.
Once in a while, a Nazi show up.
Yeah,
Like it.
a crypto scammer.
You know which one it showed me all the time now here in the US is like the Chat GPT is just the
oh
top
my
of the
God.
iceberg. It's like, what? I don't want to know more. Like, don't try to sell me more AI.
Do you get the clothes guy?
Which one is that?
There's a guy who like I get all the time who like talks about people and how they dress and couture.
Well, that's because you love being well dressed. And
I
being
do
like,
love being well dressed. This shirt hasn't been ironed in 3 years.
And the algorithm knows that.
Yeah.
So you go to the picket lines. You I mean, you guys are like singing or
Yeah, there's songs. I came up with one recently.
Kumbaya, those songs. Those songs?
Kumbaya, yes.
Okay.
I came up with one that was
that's the actors. That's the Actors Guild singing Kumbaya.
Corporate-
Heal the world.
Yeah, Heal the
We Are
World.
the
Yeah,
World.
yeah. We do Live Aid. You know the Live Aid concert. It's that every day.
Wow, that's more work than what you used to do.
Yes, yes. But no, we have like stupid chants and they're fun and they're loud and that's what's best because you go and we just want to get our voices heard. You know, I have one that's corporate greed is so damn high. You made writers go outside
Wow, that's a funny one.
because we don't like to go.
Yeah,
outside.
you don't got the lugs. What about the honking? Like cars honked all the
Yeah.
time. They like boo boo.
So here in New York, where I've been doing it, it's cool to like you see like other union workers will honk at you. So
Oh.
like the UPS people.
I was like, wow,
like-
people honking in New York. What's going on?
So weird.
Sometimes ambulances show up. you know?
Exactly. Yeah. Well, you get used to it. You know, you're picketing there for hours, and someone honks, and you're like, yeah,
Yeah,
woo.
woo.
But I was going to the grocery store a couple weeks, like last week, and I guess some guy was just honking at the guy in front of him, and I was almost like, yeah, oh no, this is just traffic.
This is normal honking. This is not ideological honking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is not honking with a cost.
This is
This
honking.
Yeah.
So wait, I have a question. You guys are picketing outside the shows.
Sometimes, yes,
Okay.
we pick it outside some shows. We pick it outside the offices, you
Uh-huh.
know, of these.
So the
giant
plan is to
corporations.
disturb normal day-to-day for them.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you can't shoot without writers, and some people because the scripts are going to be bad.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because sometimes you have to change the script.
There's a
while
lot of
you're in production.
rewriting while you shoot.
A lot of rewriting happens while you're shooting, and some people think, no, it's fine.
Yeah, we already print this, so we're not gonna
Exactly.
change anything.
And you know, actors are famously not people who improvise.
No,
You know, they
no.
don't. They
In their lives,
Ever,
they just
never.
need someone telling them what to do. That's the reason why they go to like yoga or all this kinds of shit.
And famously, if you've ever shot something, if you've ever filmed something, everything always goes right. Right?
Yeah.
Everything
You
always.
never had any problem. Yeah.
Never like something unexpected. So you don't need writers.
Nope. Nope. You don't need writers.
You don't need them. No.
So the you guys are like, you told me like you there's a show that's supposed to be shooting,
Mhm.
and you guys like, hey, they're gonna start shooting blah 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 at 5. So you guys go outside
Mhm.
and you stay there, and they're like, oh damn it, we can't
Yeah.
shoot this movie.
Yeah.
Ah.
Because
But wait, they can't shoot because you guys are making noise?
well, there's several things. We can't shoot because we are making noise, and
Yeah. That's
disturbs,
annoying and destroy the movie.
And it disturbs the shooting, right? You're
Yeah.
recording, and then you hear something like.
Yeah, and they're like, let's
You
put it
know?
on the script. Oh, we don't have anyone to like help us with that. So.
Oh my god, you get it. You
It's
get
exactly
it.
how it works.
But also there are other guilds who support us
Okay.
or support our, our strike, and those are the Teamsters, who are the people who transport stuff,
Yes.
and IATSE, which is the union of a lot of things. They do a lot of film and TV, but a lot of crew and stuff like that. And if they see that we're there,
They like,
they don't go in.
Yeah.
They will
choose
stay
not to.
outside. So like it's been very cool. They're awesome. They've been so supportive.
But also like there's a chance it's like, oh, they're not there. We just go in.
Right. So
This-
that's why
yeah.
we have to be.
Yeah. If you guys
Yeah.
decided like, I'm just gonna I'm gonna go on vacation, they're like, they will keep shooting.
Exactly. Which is America's motto: keep shooting.
Keep shooting.
Yeah, every day.
Whatever happens, just keep shooting. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, they come out, and it's great because we're all like writers, so we're all like, yeah. And then there's like guy from the Teamsters who's done like 7 strikes,
Also,
who's like,
all the
this is how you do it.
Also, Teamsters in general, like people like crews, always they look like they've been in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Always like in every
They
shooting, commercials, everything I've done in my life. You look at the crew and there's like these pirates.
Yeah,
Like,
they're amazing.
They're like
yeah.
They're all they're like you can tell they have been into a rough places.
And
you
they've
know?
been around
Yeah.
forever. It's
Yeah,
like,
they know everything
Yeah.
about everything
about
in life.
everyone.
Yeah,
About everyone.
And we were doing one on Monday, this picket, and these guys were just like out there in their cars with big cigars. It was like I felt like I was in a movie.
I love it.
Know?
I love
and
it.
I was stopping a movie.
I was in a movie destroying that movie. I want to know about the famous people that have show up. Like, does anyone great that you?
I mean, we've had Seth Meyers from a famous late night show, Tina Fey, Fred Armisen. They were here this week, and then in a studio in Queens, and then we had one in the offices of HBO, and we had some like Lin-Manuel Miranda, Mr. Hamilton, and Bob Odenkirk, Better Call Saul.
Great names.
Yeah. Big names.
It's a great lineup.
Important people. Yeah, and in
Yeah.
LA, it's
I want to see that
crazy.
show.
Oh yeah, and in LA, of course, like all of them go there, and they're like
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
on
yeah.
the front lines, and it's
Yeah,
like,
Ted Lasso was there.
Yeah.
He was,
Yeah.
yeah.
well, that's great. I mean,
That
I hope
sounds
it
like a
works.
great show, guys. All these names.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a
Like
Wes Anderson
together.
movie.
Yes.
Tina Fey, Lin-Manuel Miranda.
I hope it works soon enough so you guys can go back to work.
Yes.
And at the same time, it's all about streamers. Like all these streamers,
Yeah.
they mostly like the biggest issue here is
it's streaming
streamers.
changed everything, you know. And
Yeah,
so,
and
yeah.
I think this is like the beginning of the end of streamers, and I think this is like the rise of VHS and going back
Oh,
to that.
Laserdisc.
So I
is-
really hope.
yeah.
There was one. It was not Blu-ray. Like right before Blu-ray, they were trying like.
HD DVD.
I have ton of those.
You have them? Because it was red. I remember
I
that it
remember that
was
too.
red
I
and the Blu-ray
remember.
was blue.
And for a
the
second,
boxes.
it was like, oh, it's gonna go
Yeah,
toe to
yeah,
toe,
yeah.
and then Blu-ray, and then now it's just old.
What I'm saying is, if you
HMV.
have stock on Betamax, I think the future is for you.
Just wait. Just wait and see. Well, that's fun. I mean, I'm glad that you guys are fighting for your rights and having some fun in the meantime. Why not? And also, like, yeah, being active, being out there,
Oh
it's
yes,
good for your health.
getting your steps. We're gonna be by the end of the summer. We're gonna be poor, but we're gonna be hot.
Exactly.
And that's all that matters.
That's how LA works. Like
Exactly.
a lot of hot, poor people. Like homeless, very, very good looking homeless in LA. I also like, I want to finish with this. It's like, you guys are doing this through union.
Yes.
And I think in Latin America, we're so used to think that unions are like from communist countries.
Yes.
And that's so funny that really when you think about like what's going on, it's like the union put together a strike because they don't have enough, like they're not paying them well. And if you try to sell that idea to anyone in Chile, they will be like, oh, you're a communist.
Well,
What the
my,
hell?
My aunt called me this week and she was like, are you throwing rocks?" And I was like, no,
That's
it's
not
not
how it
that kind of
works.
strike. I was on a radio show in Ecuador this week, and they were like, okay, but just to be clear, when you say strike here in Latin America, at least in Ecuador, we mean like
Strike.
strike.
Yeah,
Tear
I was
gas.
like,
There's some violence involved in
like
this.
the water hose and and I was like, oh, it's so nice. It's solidarity. We eat donuts every day. I've eaten so much pizza. It's great.
Yeah, no, I can't even imagine like you guys fighting against the cops. I
Oh,
can't,
yeah.
I can't see.
No,
you guys
no,
are
no, no.
never gonna win.
No,
like you guys
never.
are never gonna win.
But it's crazy that in this country it's so capitalistic and everything. I mean, it's the birth and unions are so important, so big, and
They
they can
are.
stop big companies.
Well-
I know they have leverage.
And I will say this, I think streaming is a huge issue because a lot of tech companies decided that they were going to change the TV industry.
You're gonna break the rules.
They're going to break the rules and disrupt. They were going to make a Tesla for movies and an Uber for dog food. And what they have never faced is an industry where the unions are so strong.
Yep.
Because the writers union is very strong, the directors union is very
The
strong.
actors union is SAG.
The actors is huge. And so we have a lot of very strong unions who really care about their workers. And so it's pretty interesting. It's an interesting fight because, it's different when you're going and stopping a union from forming in your Amazon warehouse.
Yes.
And these are unions that are 100 years old and have always won.
Yeah, and they once again, it's like they stay together. People don't break the rules. It's not like, oh, we create another union right next to that union.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so like 5 of them. Like that happened a lot in Latin America. It's like
Yeah.
there's a union, but really it's like 8 of them.
Yeah.
And they all like I don't know, like a political party. It's actually
Yeah.
ruling them. It's a mess.
Yeah. Also, they don't really pay attention to unions.
No,
No, they
down in
don't
Latin
listen.
America. They don't
Yeah.
listen.
no, they don't listen.
The
But
only one they listen to in Colombia is the taxi drivers union.
Oh,
because
okay.
if they go on strike, they park their
listen,
taxis outside the city, and no one
in-
can go in or out.
in Colombia have the shittiest cabs I
They
ever
are
seen.
the worst thing.
They
I'm gonna
just-
pull up a picture
I
because
mean,
they really are
please,
disgusting.
Please, you have to see it. It's like these people decided to buy the shittiest kind of car and be like, that's gonna be the most massive way of transportation in the city. And it's just like a tin can. They're moving around the city. Is this? Look at this. Look at this piece of shit. Look at this embarrassing car in the Bogota Post. Okay, that's from inside. That's a little
I
bit.
can't see it, guys. You have to
Oh yeah,
do the second
Okay.
screen.
you have to mirror mode.
But
Yeah, I
right
don't know
now
why mirror mode
we
went
can
away.
use a description, Fabrizio.
Well, I did a very graphic description, a little bit violent, a little bit aggressive, but I think very accurate. And now we are be able to show you through mirror
we go.
display. Here we go.
Yep.
1 second and
Right.
what? No. Here. Look at this.
Oh my
at
God!
And from inside, they're always falling apart.
This looks like a running shoe got a wish to be a real car, like a
like-
genie
It's
showed
like
up.
Pinocchio,
Yes.
but with
Wait, so these are the guys who are the most big union in Colombia.
Well, I don't know if they're the biggest union, but they're very powerful because when they strike, they put a billion of these little cars in the highways, and they're like,
Oh.
you can't move.
well, trucks do that in Chile.
Yeah,
too.
we
Yeah,
have the
trucks
same
do,
problem
trucks
with
do
the
that.
truck drivers, and we used to have it with the bus drivers.
Yeah,
remember?
sometimes they get angry. I mean, they have cars. That's like their power. It's
Yeah,
like, well, we can
yeah.
put a big piece of shit in your street,
Yeah.
and you're not gonna be able to go anywhere. So yeah, give me the money.
Yeah.
So well, we should learn from them.
Thank you. Yeah, we should get cars and put them outside of Netflix.
That's the way to go.
I mean, that could happen if the movie Cars goes on
Oh
strike.
yeah, the guys from Cars. Lighting McQueen, your silence is deafening.
I have to say, all in the movie Cars, it's supposed to be like a parallel world where
Yes.
everyone so there are car in the second part. I remember like there's a car for a car
Oh.
because he's
Yeah,
inside of a
because he
truck.
goes inside. Yeah.
It's very weird.
Is it sexual? Is that a sexual thing?
I think because you're inside the other like the car's inside the truck and the truck is also a person.
But I know there's a movie Planes.
Yeah, they also have to
So did 9/11 happen in this universe? Did a crazy plane drive into
the good news of
world?
that 9/11 is just one plane died. Like there was no one inside the building because
That's-
it's too
that's
small
true,
for
that's
cars.
true.
So I mean
Oh,
that's
God.
the upside.
Yeah, the upside. That's true.
Also,
Felipe, show us some photos of. Fabricio's gonna finish his idea.
Oh,
We
the
can look
strike
some-
for the
Yeah, I
strike?
wanna see you on the streets. man.
I just want to say that in the Cars universe, there's a Jesus Christ.
There's a Jesus car.
There's a Jesus car. That's my
Jesus
last question.
Chrysler.
Jesus Chrysler.
Oh.
Boom. Riders. Boom. Well, you have some pictures of the strike. Yeah, let's finish with that, so we can move on of this communist shit that you guys are putting together.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna show you. You can meet your friends.
All right, we're seeing it.
Here's some writers with our stupid signs. We love it. Here's me and my wife.
Great. Fighting together for a better future.
Here's me
For your
and
dog.
my hero, Scabby the rat.
Yes.
There she is. If you haven't lived in New York, this is a rat that they bring to every strike.
Yes.
Who's
At
the
every
owner of this
protest.
rat? Who's like the people?
She's her own person. Nobody owns her.
Some
yeah.
news for you, Felipe. That's not real.
What?
This is sad, but no. I mean, we saw it the other day around
Yeah,
here.
yes.
Yeah, she's
It was
great.
like outside a company, kind of like calling shit on the owner.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I love her. She's my favorite rat in the world, and I got to meet her.
That's great.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a selfie with it, and yeah, great. I hope it works. I hope you guys go back to work soon.
I hope so
and,
too.
Congrats for that. Let's talk about something sad. Let's move to the border.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys know, but like there used to be a rule during COVID called Rule 40, Title 42.
Title 42. Yes.
Title 42, supposed to be a thing to like stop spreading COVID through the border, but honestly, it was not about that. It was using COVID to stop people from coming and
Yes.
kind of like make camps in the border so they don't cross. Because in the U.S., it's like you cross, you ask for asylum, and you get into the system.
Mm-hmm.
So they stop them to cross through saying like, no, you can't ask for asylum because you can have COVID. So we're gonna do all this protocol to stop you. The thing is like COVID is not a thing anymore.
No, it disappeared. It's over. Did you guys hear? It's over.
And by the way, I don't think it ever happened. I don't think.
Oh
it was
yeah,
real.
no.
I think
It was invented by Hillary Clinton in China, and also I think
George Soros was
George
there.
Soros, Lula was there.
Michael
yeah.
Bay.
Yes.
No idea why he
yeah.
was there.
Well, the special effects.
Yes,
You
someone
got
have
it.
to-
Someone has to do the special
Yeah,
effects.
he's really good at that. So yeah, and I mean now COVID is gone according to the World
Health Organization.
So now Title 42 should go down. But what happened?
There's a bunch of people at the border waiting to get inside, and I feel like everyone is expecting riots, right? That's
All these people who are waiting there. This thing went down. I mean, the Title 42
it's today. I
is
think.
today. It's gone. So all these people now are starting to cross, and like things are getting crazy. Over
And
there.
there's a lot of people, and I feel like tonight people are expecting things to get out of control.
So a real strike.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. This is not writers. These
Yeah.
are people who are suffering.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
it's very like it's the crazy part is like I remember like I don't know if it's like maybe at the beginning of the Biden administration, he was like I'll the border will be fine, like I'm not gonna be like Trump, and now things are getting very similar in that.
Yeah,
way.
he's here's the thing is that what told me that he didn't really have a plan about the border is that he immediately became president and said, Kamala Harris, vice president, you fix the border, which is like the most impossible job you can give anyone.
Honestly, he fucked her. Like
He
destroyed
did.
her chances to be president.
Yes,
he was like, okay, what is the other thing? Cancer. Just try
Just
to
fix that.
Fix that. Call me back when you fix cancer, the border, and pollution. So it's impossible. It's impossible.
Yeah, it's impossible. And, you know, these are people who've been traveling from Venezuela, from Colombia, from everywhere
From
Yeah.
everywhere, yeah.
to be able to be here. And it shouldn't be this hard.
It shouldn't be this hard. I mean, it should be a system in place. I think I saw it like in the John Oliver show. Like they put an app. So
Yeah,
people
there's
Yes,
an app.
There's an app.
and most of these people don't have phones or have like really shitty old phones. And also like I don't know if you're like in that desperation, it's like you have to go through an app that keeps stopping, and like it's not, I don't know, it's not the best solution clearly.
Yeah, for what I
Also-
read, they have to get like a schedule like an interview
Yeah.
to like be able to like present their case, but the app didn't work.
And it's impossible because what I've read is that they like get the app. Let's say they finally get it and everything, and then it's like, oh, there's appointments open now, and within a minute they're all booked.
I mean, this is my privilege, but it reminds me of when you go to Disney, and in some of these attractions, they have a system that is like a virtual line.
The genie, is that what the genie?
think
I don't
it's
know
the
what it
genie.
is.
It's like for the Star Wars thing.
Yeah.
I remember I was in Disney, and they have like in 2 minutes the line will be open, like the virtual line will be open, and you have to like press the button. You're in line number 444, and you have to be there at 4044, and yeah, that's in a minute it's gone.
Yeah.
Mm.
So you have to be like click. It's
Yeah,
not the
America
same.
is the Star Wars ride of countries,
I
is
have
what
to say,
Fabrizio saying.
I mean, people, I feel the same as you. I'm one of you. You know, in a way, I suffer the same. We all do the same.
No,
Yeah.
but what is crazy is that the same issue is happening with Ticketmaster. You know, they're like Ticketmastering.
Virtual lines.
Yeah.
This is a
Yeah.
real problem here. It's
Yeah.
virtual lines. I mean,
Yeah.
if you want to go to see Billy Joel at the Madison Square Garden, maybe we'll have this problem. But this is about the life or death. Camilo.
Exactly.
This is not about
Yeah,
Billy
this
Joel.
is not about Billy Joel.
They're
Yeah, this is-
Ticketmastering live of people.
Yes.
And he's a criminal, Billy Joel. I'm gonna go on the record.
Honestly,
You don't say that you didn't start the fire that many times. That's suspicious.
Yeah, it's
unless
like-
you did start the fire.
I mean, in the whole song, he's like, we didn't start the fire. Like he
It
keep
was
moving his
always
eyes.
burning. What are you talking? And then he starts talking about other people, just listing names. That's suspicious.
It's very suspicious.
He started the fire.
He clearly started the fire. But I love Billy Joel.
Yeah.
I always wanted to go to one of those concerts, but I'm too lazy. I keep forgetting about that. I think it's gonna be another one. You know, like those kind of things. Like,
well, he's gonna live forever.
probably he's gonna die soon. Well, that's sad. I hope like that gets fixed. I don't know what to do about Title 42. honestly.
I think we can. If you have any solutions, mail them to
Please.
Joe at the White House.
No, chat at yahoo.s probably.
Yes. He opened his email in Spain for some reason.
some
We don't
weird-
know why.
I mean, he was there for vacation maybe, and
Oh,
he was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
"This
yeah,
I
yeah.
only have internet in Europe," and
Yeah.
that's how it happened.
Yeah.
So, well, that's sad, but we have funny news for you.
We
have
do. We
funny
do
news.
have-
It's not all sad, and this is coming from our country.
Yes. Well, your country.
Yes.
Your.
Yeah, our country.
Our.
Sorry for inviting you to be part of us.
Oh
but
no, I love it. I love Chile. One time I went to Chile and they told me you have to go to this restaurant. They have delicious crepes and waffles. And
Okay.
Crepes and Waffles is a huge chain in Colombia, and it was a copy of. It
You
was
just copy
exactly
paste that?
Yeah, it was like I don't know what it was called, but it was exactly the same. They even had the same kind of the plates were the same, and I was like, this is just a ripoff.
I remember
it's
like
a good ripoff.
when Denny's show up in show up in Chile. Everyone was like, "Oh, it's a fancy restaurant," you know. It's like I have to invite. It's like a piece of shit restaurant, you know. It's like
Yeah.
inviting someone to a gas station to eat.
In Colombia, Taco Bell is like the
A
nice.
thing.
It's so nice.
Oh, wow.
And there's a Krispy Kreme that is 2 stories high, and it's got like, it's beautiful, and it's like these are garbage.
I
food.
know. It's like this is trash. I remember like also like in Chile still till today less than before, but like for a decade or more, when someone was like too woke or too, it was like, oh, the Starbucks people.
Oh,
It's like,
yeah.
you want to know who is in Starbucks in the U.S.? Homeless people.
Yeah, they're the only places you can pee in New York.
It's a refugee. It's a
Yeah.
refugee camp.
The public bathroom.
It's a
It's a public bathroom. What it is a toilet.
Let's talk about what happened in Chile. The president of Chile, Gabriel Boric, he right before a very important election that happened this weekend, he was like, "Okay, I'm gonna take a little time to connect with my inner child." It's like I wanna go back to my city, like the city of Punta Arenas, that is like the lastest city in Chile. It's like really, really, really down there south. He was like, "I'm gonna take a minute to connect with my childhood, with my life as before the presidency." So he went to a park, and there was a slide,
Mm-hmm.
and he decided like, I'm just gonna use this slide.
Yeah,
I'm an adult.
youthful.
I'm the president of a country.
Like a normal person does. I am an adult and I'm gonna get on that slide.
It's exactly what a president
in
should do.
in a playground. Like this is not like a water slide, like a
No,
theme park.
no, no,
This
no,
is
This is just a slide from a public park, and he was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. Probably no one is there. Like you can see, like it's empty. It's not like there. I mean, it will be worse if some kids are also there and he's there stopping them.
Mm-hmm.
But he decided to go in the slide.
Shall we play it?
Yes, please.
And there are his feet.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god. And he gets stuck. And that's his girlfriend, Irina. And
Oh.
she's going to help. And
out.
yeah, he's out.
He's out. He did it.
And I kind of feel like this is the same probably when he was born. He was born that way. You
Like
know?
feet first.
Feet first. And then, yeah, this is kind of dumb.
It's beautiful. I think, I think we need to go back to politics being like dumb because now politics is just always scary all the time.
It's only scary.
It's only scary.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, this is helping the mood.
yeah, exactly. Like
Not helping him, clearly.
no, but who cares? What's he gonna do? Change the fate of the country for good?
That's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's too late. No, actually, like that same day or the day after, there was a big election in Chile for like voting for the new convention who's gonna write a new constitution, and the opposite party won like I don't know, like
It was a
destroy
landslide.
him. It
They
was,
won
it was a
a lot.
landslide. Yeah, it was.
Do
insane.
you think this cost him votes? Do you think the slide cost him
I'm
votes?
99% sure that a lot of people were like, I'm gonna vote for. Nah, you know what? I can't.
It's hard to take you seriously when you get stuck
I
in a
mean,
slide.
if you get stuck in a slide, put some butter in the slide before using it. So yeah, it did really bad, and I don't think was very helpful, honestly.
Yeah, I don't think so. Either.
But he's also known as the president of the kids, so this is on
brand.
On brand with
Right.
with the name and the nickname, right?
Yeah, the president of the kids. Is he like, in Colombia we used to have in Bogota, we had this thing called Diversity, which was this like fake city inside a mall where the kids would
Kidsania, it's called in Chile. It's called Kidsania.
It feels like he should be president of that right now.
I think he's only ruling that part of town. Like right now, all his supporters are there.
Yes.
Yes, it's kind of sad just because I mean, it's an anecdote. It's not like the country's gonna fall apart because of this, but it's just like we just escaped from a president who's doing always things like this, and we were like, okay, finally, and he just got get us back to that by accident.
Continuity is important in
You're
politics.
right. You're right. It makes sense. I don't know. I feel like I love the anecdote. I think it's silly.
It's so funny.
And yeah, once again, next time, put some butter, and you will slide really. Yeah, you will like.
I think it's every Chilean's patriotic duty to go out every morning and put butter in your slide, because you never know when the president is gonna go.
Bring some pig fat.
Just a little bit of pig fat every morning. Do it for your country.
Do it for your president.
Yeah.
And he can go like and go
Yeah.
really, really fast. Let's move on to another president. This one is not one of our favorites. He used to be the president of this country, and he did a town hall.
Town hall.
What is a
Oh my
town hall?
God.
We don't have that in South America.
We don't have that because I think.
We have debates, and that's it.
Yeah. I think town hall is the candidate goes and there's normal people who are usually his fans
Okay.
or her fans just in the audience. So it's kind of like a rally, but they ask you questions in front of people.
So this is a TV show. This happened in CNN.
Yes.
And he just go there, and his fans are like, can I ask you something?
Mhm.
Why you're so cool? And he's
Yeah.
like, ugh.
Exactly.
And that's that for an hour.
And there's a reporter who was also asking questions
Yeah,
that
and
were very easy.
In this case, she's supposed to be like the one pushing him
Yes.
against the ropes and be like and it didn't happen that way because
No.
he's just the worst human ever. So he's so good at just lying and keep pushing and fighting back and not being able to like let you even. When I was watching the videos, I watched a couple of clips. I was like, I'm sure he will eat me alive. Like he will be like,
Yes.
he would just run over me
Yes.
with words, and we're like, but that's a lie. What is a lie? A lie is not
Yeah,
real. Life is not
exactly.
right. What is life?
I'm also sure he would eat you. Like as a human
As a
being.
human being, yeah,
You know,
you're right.
you're not very big, and I think he would look at you and in a fit of rage just
Yeah, and people will be like, yeah.
yes, they would love it. He ate
Yeah.
an immigrant.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what they want.
No, and then I think that's the next thing is like being cannibals. Like that's
Yes.
that's the only line that he haven't crossed.
Yes.
And you're like, well, he ate someone. He ate a human.
Oh, you're so woke. You won't eat another person.
I mean, if you're supposed to like, he ate someone diverse, so you should
Yeah.
be. You should be.
You keep telling us to eat more ethnic food.
And now you're at.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's probably gonna happen. Well, anyone here saw this thing?
I didn't see it, but I do know that Trump only eats McDonald's because he's afraid he's gonna get poison. So I don't know.
I have
if
bad news about that. McDonald's is poison.
He only
It's
eats
delicious
He
poison.
was like, I'm just gonna eat the poison.
Right. It's like Rasputin,
Yeah.
the guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like a
a
little
little
bit
bit
of-
of poison every day.
That's the way to go.
And then- yeah, he likes KFC too. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Which is also poison.
It's also poison.
Delicious
it's not real
poison.
food.
But
Well,
what happened at this hall? What was
he keep
City
going
Hall?
with all his lies. Like he
Mhm.
talk about like the January 6 people were fine.
He said he's gonna pardon them,
yeah.
which is like a great pitch for running for president when in a country that doesn't let people who are in jail vote. So, vote for me and I'll pardon you and you will be out of jail.
You can't
vote.
You can't do that. Well, what else? Like, I mean, the classics. He just played the classics.
Oh yeah, he's good at that. You know,
Yeah.
he plays the classics. Now he's like more anti-trans. That's his new stuff. Is
Okay,
like
that's a new
big
album.
More.
Yeah,
Come on.
more anti-trans. Yes, and then he the day before had been found guilty of sexually assaulting a
Oh,
woman,
yeah,
a writer,
yeah,
Yeah,
Eugene
he
Carroll.
has to pay like over $4 million.
Yes, which we know he doesn't have.
No.
No.
And the same lady after this city hall, she said, "I'm gonna sue this guy again because he's talking shit about me again."
Wow.
Exactly, because he had to pay. He was found guilty of sexual assault and defamation because he said, "I didn't sexually assault her. She's bad. She's a bad lady."
But then, like, yeah, I mean, he was on trial for this, and he lose the trial. And
Exactly.
so you're lying if you're saying that according to the law.
Exactly. And so the smart thing when you just lost a case where you lied about a person is to go on national TV and lie about that person
Exactly.
again.
Wow.
That's-
You know what is crazy about this? Is like it makes me feel always that really so hard if you have money, or even if you used to have money, or if people think that you have money, to go to jail. It's so hard.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
in my mind, I thought, I don't know if, but going to jail was easy. Like you just like do something
yeah.
stupid and then boom, you're in jail. It's really hard to go to jail.
I am surprised. It's so hard to go to jail in America. I think I've never been to jail. Have you been to jail?
Me neither.
Me
No,
neither.
Never. 0 times.
I've never done a crime, but
Well, I did a couple, but no, I haven't.
just a few murders here and there. It's fine.
It's just but these people like they do like really crazy shit, and they go to trial, they lose the trial, and they're still out there.
Yeah.
And it's like they have to pay this big amounts of money. I don't know how that get enforced. Like they really pay that, or they just.
Look, here's the thing. I don't think he has the money, so I think he's gonna try and sell one of his children. And
No one's gonna buy that piece of
Well,
shit.
that's the problem, and I think he lied again the next day, so he can get rid of 2. So he can, like, I'm gonna sell Eric and Don Jr.
No one wants that. I don't want Don Jr. in my house. Can you imagine that? It's
Oh
like
my
just
God.
there, like doing coke.
Snorting all your cocaine.
Yeah. Well, it's really hard to go to jail. That's the lesson we learned today, guys. Take notes.
Yeah, move to America. It's hard to go to jail, but maybe wait because the crisis at the border is really bad.
Yeah, don't do it tonight.
Yeah.
Just wait a minute. And any other question, Camilo?
Yeah, do we think Trump is gonna end up being the candidate, or
I
or
think so. The
DeSantis?
candidate, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the problem he has is like I think he's gonna get the nomination, but then there's no more people who want to vote for him.
Yes,
You know, he already
I
like
agree.
and there's zero people who didn't vote for him that will vote for him. You know?
I think you don't change. He doesn't change people's minds now. He like the first time, no one knew, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
no one knew who
It
he
was
was.
an experiment in a way.
Exactly.
For a lot of people, it was like, let's try something completely different.
Exactly. Like
then now it's like,
let's
well, you know.
what if a president but evil? You know, and then
What happened?
like
Let's see what
let's see. And sure, for the sake of experimenting, I get it. But now everyone knows that he hates democracy and he's a sex pest.
But also, like, I get the feeling like, I mean, if you didn't vote for Trump in the last election,
Right.
there's 0 reasons to change your mind. No,
Yes.
He's even worse now. Like he's been on he lose like you were just saying, like he's been charged for all this crazy shit, and at the same time, it's not like the country is like that bad. Like you know, like remember he said like the country's gonna be in the toilet and everything is gonna be. It's
Yeah.
like it's not like that. So
Also-
you can't lie that like you can be like the rights are gonna destroy. Remember
Yeah,
like that
yeah,
used to be
yeah.
the selling point like when Biden's in power like communists and they're gonna burn this country. Still the same. So you can't sell that. You don't have that.
Exactly. It's pretty good. And, you know, his big thing is like, I'm going to drain the swamp and like clear house. And I think now he's like full dictator.
But with no country.
But with no country. Exactly. And I do think most Americans like that they don't have a dictator.
Yeah, I think most Americans are like, you know what? I
Yeah.
don't think that's a good idea.
I don't think that's cool.
And well, the other side, Biden is like 110 years old, but also Trump is like 101. It's like not, it's
Right,
not that
it's
old
not
young.
that different, you
Yeah.
know. And I mean, if Kamala is the vice president, who's Trump gonna pick? Like, who's Trump? Like, I want to know what the audition process is because he tried to kill his last vice president.
Yeah, yeah. Who's
So
gonna
it's
be like, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
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 I
So
mean, knowing these bastards probably will be like, Mike Pence again.
Yeah, Mike Pence. Sir, you didn't kill me correctly the last time.
So can you try again?
Can you please try again?
Well, that's our show. I
That's
think
our
we
show.
did it.
Yeah,
I mean,
thank you for having me, guys. It's my first year talking in English.
It's
I
great.
think I have
You're-
a crazy accent, but thank
So
you for
it's-
not saying anything.
I'm so glad that you guys are part of, like, you also part of it, because now it's 2 Chileans against 1 Colombian.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Now I'm outnumbered. I will soon be applying for Chilean citizenship. And
You need an extra Colombian. We should like bring someone.
oh yeah.
Who's
No, there can only be one Colombian who's good.
only 1 Colombian in New York.
I have a bunch of Colombian friends, and what shocks me is that they hate Shakira. They don't like Shakira.
I love Shakira.
I mean,
they're wrong.
they're wrong. They don't like her because she didn't say anything during the social uprising.
Oh yeah.
So
She,
one is
like,
Shakira, and the other one is Carlos Vives.
Our,
Oh.
They
our,
don't like Carlos Vives.
our celebs are not good at being supportive of the
Well,
people.
J Balvin also have like
J
the same
Balvin
problem.
is like the same, yeah.
Yeah.
J Balvin, no, Maluma was the one that, like, in the last election was like boarding my private plane to go vote.
Oh my
And
God.
it's like, dude, what are you talking about?
Also, like, I think that the other ones, yeah, they should say something. But Shakira is like God level. Shakira
Yeah.
is not. She's not in touching politics. Like, she's God level. She's like, I don't know. Like right now, she's like hang with Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
That's what I
And-
was going to say. We didn't talk about it.
Yeah.
This is a whole episode of the podcast.
You're right.
Is Shakira dating Tom Cruise? Is she going to be a Scientologist?
I don't like that idea. But if she joined there, she's gonna be the goddess. So I think that can
Oh my
prove
God, yes.
that shit religion.
I would become a Scientologist
Yes.
if Shakira was the goddess.
I really love Shakira. I think Shakira is great.
Yeah.
What about Carlos Vives?
I love Carlos Vives.
Oh
I went
my
to
God.
his club. He had like a club of
Yeah,
Carlos
Gaira.
Vives, like a theme
Yeah.
club.
In Bogota?
Yeah,
Gaira.
Yeah.
It's
It was okay. The food was good.
Yeah, the food is fine. And
And there's like a cover band of his music every night.
In his own.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. I like him. I'll go on the record and say if Carlos Vives wants to come on this podcast,
you're more than
you
welcome.
have 3 fans.
Not me.
What the
What?
hell?
I'm not a fan of Carlos Vives.
Get
I
out
think
of this podcast.
His music is not that good.
I mean, la bicicleta. You don't like la bicicleta?
He has come out with a hit every year for the past 30 years.
That's true.
Wash your mouth.
Well, I'm dying, so it's so hot in here
It's
that
so
I'm,
hot.
I'm just gonna finish the podcast just because I'm dying.
There's 30 degrees. How much is that in Fahrenheit? That
Too
we don't
many.
know. Too many.
I don't know. I always get lost in that.
I don't do it.
conversion.
I refuse to. I'm fully
Yeah.
bilingual, but I don't
No,
refuse
it
to
also
learn
like it's
Fahrenheit.
dumb. It's like, of course, like Fahrenheit is like, "Well, it's cold. It's only 28.
That doesn't mean anything.
It's a big number.
Yeah,
You know, like,
28 is
zero. It's cold. They're like, yeah, it's so cold. It's 38. It's like, fuck you. You know, just stick to 0 to 10. That's
so
that's where it
easy.
goes.
0 to 100.
It's so easy. Bye guys. Thank you so much.
Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.